One that is not good is Donovan Mitchell.
Oh,
He was reportedly disappointed, unnerved, and unsettled over Quinn Snyder's leaving of the Utah Jazz. Um, Honestly, I feel like Mitchell's ready to go. That's what I really feel like. I feel like he's had it up to here with Utah, and he like, look, I'm gonna just go because it ain't working out here. He was like, fired, pretty much all I knew as far as a coach. I don't really get along with Rudy from the reports, and it's like I'm wasting my talents. I'm wasting my talents here. I need to go elsewhere, and I think Dame needs to have that same mindset. But that's a story for another day. But I think I think he's ready to go. Now, where he's gonna go, a lot of people are saying New York. I wouldn't go there if I was him because why put yourself in that hellhole? Not saying New York is a hellhole, but I'm saying you they're not championship ready. You pretty much would be
no.
going from a playoff team to a team that's just trying to make the playoffs.
That I think was first in the West 2 years or just last year. Like,
Hyundai Palisade versus Ford Explorer. Hyundai Palisade versus Ford Explorer.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
I would
good.
agree. I would agree if Palisade was full explode. Um,
But yeah, guys, he just gotta go. He gotta find a contender and just go there. Maybe just thinking out loud, Lakers. I don't know. But he gotta find somewhere if he wanna stay in the West, that might be his best option.
the Lakers.
Or, unless, Pop still down there in San Antonio, unless you wanna go to you wanna go learn the game, go to San Antonio. I don't know. But
I
he
was gonna
needs
say,
to
yeah, you
get out
can't
of there.
trade for Westbrook. He got bad beef with Utah, but so I don't know what kind of trade you'd make there, but yeah, I mean,
Lakers are committed on leaving Westbrook in the lake for Lakers for some reason. I don't know why. So that's not going to happen.
everything about Donovan Mitchell's reports, right? He doesn't like Rudy Gobert. This was
Mhm.
reported. We don't know that he said this, and then also, it was reported that he was the reason Quinn Snyder up and left. And then he
Mhm.
came out and tried to get out ahead of it, or well, I guess not ahead of it because they already said it about him, but he tried to come out and say like, nah, like I didn't want him to go. I want to squash this now, like whatever. But now people are saying like, oh, he's just defending Quinn Snyder because he's gonna pretend like because they got rid of Quinn Snyder, now he has an excuse to one out too. I don't know, man. I'm waiting to hear. I am waiting to hear what he has to actually say for himself before I speak on any of this, like to a certainty. But at
Mhm.
the same time, like, yeah, I mean, speaking of Walt's favorite player on 2K, Jordan Clarkson, like he had a nice six man of the year. Uh, he had a nice little run. I think he won six man of the year just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously Rudy, defensive player of the year a couple times. I would three now. I don't even know, but
Sound about
but
right.
yeah, but those days are. I'm not saying they're behind him, but I don't think his best defensive days are ahead of him. And then so this team is not a team that's climbing. It's on the back side of it. So you have to make some sort of a change. I don't know what that is, but yeah. I mean, the fact that you got beat by Jalen Brunson, and that's not a shot at Jalen Brunson, but I'm saying you got beat by a team who didn't have their number one player, and Jalen Brunson came out and torched them. Yeah, you got to make changes after you see something like that. Like that just can't happen. So I don't know if he's going to use this to leverage himself out or if he can use it to leverage them to get him some help. I mean, maybe he wants to stay and do something there, but they need to prove it to him.
I agree. What you got on the wall?
Yeah. Honestly, I've been saying that Utah needs to make some changes. Honestly, just based off of their past playoff experiences that they've had. I feel like they've had the players and Quinn Snyder. I felt like they had the team to go a little bit further than what they've been going these last couple of years. So, like John said, I was definitely expecting big changes, but I mean, like I said, honestly, at this point, it just seems like it's all say bad blood between, you know what I'm saying, between Donovan Mitchell and, you know, Utah Jazz. So
Mhm.
honestly, at this point, it's just like, hey, where can we? I think is he a free agent this season, upcoming season, if I'm not mistaken,
I'm not
or
sure. I'm not
but
sure,
or
but
he might have 1 year left on his deal. But regardless, I think we all know he wants a part of there. So I mean, just it's just pretty much where they're going to send him. If he's going to either stay in the West, you know, like either he's going to stay in the West or he's going to East. But you know, I've heard here that he might want to go to Miami. Um, I think, like you said, John, possibly. Well, I don't know if John said that, but like you said, Nico, possibly the Lakers. But I mean, I don't feel like the Lakers are
No,
going to
he's
but they
make
saying
a
the
move.
Knicks. I'm saying the Lakers should try to grab him.
Oh, okay.
he's
But I
signed
mean,
under contract for 4 more years.
for 4 more. Okay, so yeah, well, it had to be a trade apparently. So I mean,
But that wouldn't be a bad thing, though. I mean, for a team to get him, at least you got 4 years to do something with it.
that's true.
You
That's
know,
true.
that's
And
a lot of
so
time to do something.
and that's what I'm saying. It's not like I mean, he's still, of course, he's still in the development stages, but it's not, I feel like he's a star, but he's not like a superstar yet. But I mean,
Hmm.
I feel like if you put him around the right pieces, like I said, maybe a Miami, maybe even Philly. If, you know, Joel is still there, I'm not really sure about some teams in the West, but I mean, maybe he could go, maybe he needs to switch it up and go to the East. So, but, honestly, I don't know. Like I said, for Quinn Snyder, the next move for him, I mean, like John was saying, could be Pop. But I mean, honestly, I'm not really too sure because what his next move is going to be. So,
Yeah, I heard he's currently the favorite to succeed Pop down in San Antonio. I,
but
I
that's
was thinking about that actually. Their Achilles heel might actually be teams without their star player because last year they got knocked out by the Clippers without Kawhi Leonard. So
mm,
Jalen Brunson and Paul George both did them in. Maybe that's their thing is they don't game plan well for number twos. But anyway, but yeah, he's the favorite to supposedly Nico's like, you just making up fake stats. Come on, man.
I'm done.
I think he's laughing at the number twos, but
We're gonna wrap this up.
Oh,
We'll holler at y'all.
I got you. I didn't catch that. Good ear.